Kisumu, a city of sunsets, fish markets, politics, and pride. But behind the beauty of the lake and the bustle of the streets, a storm once brewed in the shadows. A gang known as the 42 Brothers. Once just a name whispered in fear, the gang would grow to dominate headlines, cause sleepless nights in homes across western Kenya, and challenge law enforcement in ways never seen before. This is the story of a brotherhood built on broken promises and the chaos it left behind. The story begins in the early 2010s. A generation of young men in Kisumu and neighboring counties, jobless, hungry, and frustrated, found themselves with no future. Unemployment rates among youth were sky high. Education meant little. Degrees collected dust. Some joined politics. Others joined churches. But a few joined each other. They were tired. Every day they woke up and saw their mothers begging for food. So they formed something to protect themselves, to survive. The group started with 10, then 20, then, symbolically, 42. Not all members were accounted for. The number wasn't exact, but the name stuck, 42 Brothers. At first, they operated like a secret club, robbing from wealthier estates, selling stolen goods, and threatening small businesses for protection money. As the group grew, so did their ambition and their violence. They organized into cells, with certain units operating in Kisumu's Obunga, Manyata, Nyamasaria, and Nyalenda. Others spread to parts of Kakamega, Vihiga, and even Busia. They robbed boda riders at night, extorted small-scale traders, and conducted home invasions. If a business refused to pay protection money, windows were smashed, or worse. Police seemed powerless. Or compromised? Some officers reportedly received bribes or warnings not to engage. Others were threatened outright. The gang had scouts, even children, watching every patrol movement. But power has a price. As the gang grew richer and more feared, internal cracks formed. Leadership disputes began. Loyalty faded. Like many criminal syndicates, greed and paranoia crept in. Some wanted out. Others wanted more control. Some brothers were killed by their own members. Suspected informants were executed. Fear existed even within the gang. On the outside, communities began to fight back, silently. Vigilante groups emerged. Secret tip-offs to police increased. The gang's empire began to falter. In 2019, a major breakthrough came when a former member turned whistleblower. The police launched coordinated raids in Kisumu, Kakamega, and Vihiga. Dozens of gang members were arrested. Several were killed in shootouts. This was a terror group. They had to be treated like terrorists. But justice was messy. Some innocent youth were caught in the dragnet. Others were released for lack of evidence. The streets were quieter, but the fear hadn't disappeared. Today, the 42 Brothers are not what they once were. Their name survives in whispers. Their legacy, still controversial. Some former members have reformed, thanks to church outreach programs, community initiatives, and rehabilitation centers. But in Obunga, Nyalenda, and other places, new gangs have begun to emerge. They wear new names, but they are born of the same pain. If nothing changes, if there's no jobs, no respect for youth, another gang will rise. Maybe not 42, but something worse. The story of the 42 Brothers is not just about crime. It's about Kenya's youth, about poverty, about desperation, and the dangerous power of being forgotten. Because when society turns its back on a generation, they will form their own version of justice. Consider subscribing to this channel to support us.